Hello, it is Shannon, joined by Jessica and Xandria. We are back. So glad to see both of you because we have some very important things to cover. Halloween is just around the corner, and we love Halloween. We love celebrities, so of course we're going to talk about celebrity iconic Halloween costumes. Okay, so I think that we should do this on like a rating system. So I think we should go through some of our favorites or maybe like not so favorites costumes and give it a rating. And instead of doing like 5 stars, we gotta keep with the spooky theme. So we're gonna do 5 ghost emojis. But the thing is we have to all agree on what we want the rating to be for each person. So some heated debates could be happening throughout this video. Yeah. I'm excited. To start things off, I think we should start off with one that already came out this year. We've already seen a few celebrities and artists get into some costumes already, which is really good, a little teaser for what's to come. And Megan Thee Stallion is a perfect example of that because she went all out by dressing up as Pinhead from Hellraiser. And this makeup, like, it's crazy when they do like a full face of makeup, but then when they do the full body as well and just go all in and they're so unrecognizable, that I feel like is exactly what Megan Thee Stallion did with this. What do you guys think about it?
Yeah, I feel like you know that you're successful in your Halloween costume if A, no one knows who you are. Like, just totally on point, and B, it looks great. Like, it totally matches up.
Yeah, Xandria, what do you think?
Yeah, no, I think like, if this is a sneak peek of what's to come from her on Sunday on Halloween, I'm excited. Like, this is such a good sneak peek compared to some of the other ones we saw this week that we're going to talk about, but no, I'm really, really excited to see what she's gonna pull out on Sunday.
Yeah, definitely. And I love it too when they put like a different spin on certain characters that are already out there. Like this is definitely probably a more sexy Pinhead that we've ever seen that's out there. So way to go, Megan Thee Stallion. She used what she had and it is great. So let's decide out of 5 ghost emojis, what do you guys wanna go with? I'd say like 5 out of 5. I don't see anything wrong with this.
Yeah, I would go with a 5 out of 5.
Easy, settled. We're not gonna be so easy though for some that are coming out because there's some that have put in a little less effort than Megan Thee Stallion's. And a perfect example of that is, I don't know, BillieEilish, who went to Doja Cat's birthday party the other day. Doja Cat was turning 26 years old. She had a costume birthday party, which I was kind of debating about whether people should have like a costume party when their birthday is so close to Halloween. But I guess if it's like a Halloween themed birthday party, then it's okay, right? You guys know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel like if it was a normal human being and not a celebrity, I'd be like, what are you doing? But I'm down to see other celebrities dress up for a birthday party, you know?
Totally. I know, I was thinking the same thing. I was like, would I have to get a costume for Doja Cat's birthday party and then have another costume for Halloween a week later? Like, you're making me do double the work here. So it's a good thing that my invitation got lost in the mail or else I'd be in a situation.
Well, and I mean, maybe that's the excuse to why Billie's costume was just a onesie.
Yeah, so Billie went as a lobster with her rumored boyfriend who was also at the party, which is cute because like lobsters are together for life, so maybe she was trying to do something cool like that. But like anyone that does a costume that's really just a giant onesie is like, it's lazy, right?
Yeah, it's like a bit last minute feeling, you know, like maybe her invitation actually did get lost and she got it late and so she had to run out and grab it.
Yeah, and when you have like so much disposable income, I'm like, take the time, hire the makeup artist, like go all out and pull a Megan Thee Stallion. But
yeah,
definitely.
I think it would have been cool if she like went as Doja Cat. Like I think that would have been really, really cool. But this totally screamed like, gotta stop at Walmart before we go there. Like, let me hop out. I'll be 5 minutes, mom. You know.
Totally, exactly. That's how I feel. So I would say 0 ghosts out of 5. What do you guys think? Do you want to give her 1 ghost, or should we just stick with 0?
Yeah, I feel like we gotta give her 1.
A solid 1.
Yeah, because at least she was wearing something.
Exactly.
Yeah. Can you imagine she came up dressed as Billie Eilish, and people would be like, no, 0 ghosts. Yeah. Okay, Billie Eilish, 1 ghost emoji out of 5, even though I kind of want to give her 0. Travis and Kourtney, they have already dressed up for this year, which is very exciting. They dressed up as Sid and Nancy. At first, I was like, wow, they really are in character. And it took me a minute to realize that Travis had actually covered up all of his tattoos, which is why he looked so different. So it was cool to see him with like no tattoos on his face, which is crazy because he is like covered head to toe. But what do you guys think, Sid and Nancy? What do you think of their costumes?
I liked it. I think the Kardashians as a whole do a really good job as dressing up as other famous people. Like we've seen so many different people that they've done throughout the years. So I was impressed. I wasn't completely blown away by it. I mean, I feel like there's other costumes like MeganTheeStallion who take it to that next level and you're like, whoa, like this is a costume. So for me, it was just like, okay, cool. Like they're dressing up, you know?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, like I feel like it was cute. It was like accurate. Like they looked great compared to what they were going after. I do think though, hopefully this is just a sneak peek into like what's to come to their couples costumes for this year.
Yeah, totally. It's really funny too because they posted about it on their socials and Khloe Kardashian commented on it being like, am I the only one who doesn't know who these people are? And then was like, I'll wait for the comments to tell me who it is and wrote 3, 2, 1. And I think a few people too were like, Sid and Nancy, like who's Sid and Nancy again? But Sex Pistols, yeah, it's a rock reference, so. Okay, so what are we rating Travis and Kourtney out of 5 ghost emojis? What do you guys think?
3 out of 5.
I was thinking 3 too.
I was too. We are on the same page.
We are.
Honestly, 3 only because of the fact that he covered his tattoos. Like, if he didn't do that, it would have been a 2.
Yeah, the extra work that went into just doing that.
Yeah.
He could just cover his tattoos and then just be as someone without tattoos, like Travis Barker without tattoos, and that would be a costume in itself. So, yeah, three ghost emojis I think is pretty accurate. Okay, Beyonce, JayZ, and Blue Ivy, they love to dress up for Halloween. We've seen them in a bunch of different outfits and costumes. And the one that really stands out that people still talk about is when they dressed up as Barbie, Ken, and Little Barbie, which was very exciting. They even had the boxes and everything. So what do you guys think about this iconic look? You obviously know how I feel already.
I do think that obviously a lot of these are really set up for the photo op. And it looks amazing with the boxes and everything. But then when they go out and they're just walking around, it does take away a bit where you don't get the full experience.
Right, yeah, like if you were to just see them standing at a party, you'd kind of be like, who are they exactly dressed up as? Right. Mm-hmm. What do you think, Xandria?
Yeah, no, I couldn't agree more. I also think that, like, bringing up that point, I was kind of hoping she'd go for maybe a more of a traditional Barbie look. And maybe this is one, maybe I'm not familiar with it, but when I think Barbie, I think like hot pink everything. Mm-hmm. So maybe like one of like the OG Barbie outfits would have been smarter, given the fact she's not walking around with a box all night. So
yeah, I don't think she was. Okay, well, how many ghost emojis should we give this one out of 5 for the 3 of them? I do like that they incorporated Blue Ivy in there as well. I love a good like family-themed costume.
Yeah.
I'd say
we can add a ghost for Blue.
Yeah, I'd say 4 ghost emojis out of 5.
Yeah.
3 or 4.
Yeah, I could go with 4. I would say it's like a strong 3.5.
Ooh, 3.5. Yeah, can we do half ghost? All right, let's do 3.5.
Oh, yeah, I can.
We make the rules. We can do what we want. It's very interesting to be a celebrity because you either dress up as someone else and also people can dress up as you. And that's exactly the case for Saweetie, who dressed up not only as Beyonce, but all 3 members of Destiny's Child and then recreated a photo from them that was just so accurate. I cannot believe how well she did with this. This was from last year's Halloween and she knocked it out of the park. So I love this one. At first I thought she was just Beyonce and then I looked closer and I was like, oh wait, she's also Michelle and Kelly.
I think it's really cool when someone goes as multiple people and I think that alone garners at least more than 4 ghosts. In my opinion.
Yeah, I think, she should have ghosts for every character that she did, or every person. Yeah. So I say...
Yeah, I mean, she's basically starting at 3 ghosts, right?
Yeah, just starting, and the fact that she nailed it, I think she might have to be a 5 out of 5 ghosts.
Yeah, and with this one, she even got attention from, 2 out of 3. So she basically had the rating straight from Destiny's Child.
So she heard from Michelle and Kelly?
They both commented on the post about loving it. So, I mean, I think she just won all around.
Yeah, I wonder if that was like in the back of her head. She was like, well, if I nail this, like I wonder if they're gonna reach out. But come on, Beyonce, why did Beyonce not comment on it? Especially with being such a huge fan of Halloween herself.
She probably didn't have a cell phone in her Barbie box.
Very good point. That's such a good point. Okay, TheWeeknd. I was surprised to see TheWeeknd really go out in Halloween. There's something about him that just makes me think that maybe he like wouldn't necessarily go all out, but he definitely did. And this is a like historic costume that I think people are gonna look back on for a long time. When he dressed up as the Nutty Professor, he nailed this costume. It was so good. So I'm interested to see like how he'll be able to top this one. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I mean, he pulls out a lot of really good ones, and I think before when he actually pulled this one off, it was more of a surprise, but I feel like especially after this whole era with all the plastic surgery bandages and all of that, you see even more of that with him. So I can't wait to see what comes this year because I love the Nutty Professor one.
Yeah, definitely. Xandria, what do you think?
I think it's cool that he kind of showed more of his personality through the Halloween costume. I know he's not a nutty professor, but it was just the more fun side of him. And again, Jess like has a great point. Him with the bandages afterwards, like for some reason, all I can think of is like TheWeeknd with bandages is the Halloween costume.
Yeah, the prosthetic.
Yeah, so I think, no, it's great that I love when people show a different side of their personality through what they dress up as.
Yeah, and I wonder that as well too, because a lot of artists, since they're constantly creating art and being in different music videos and playing different characters, I wonder if by the time Halloween turns around, they're like, I've been dressing up all year, like I don't want to go all out. Or maybe they're more inclined to do it because that's already like in their personality. So it's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I would give it a strong 5 ghost emojis.
Yeah, I'd say 5 too.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's give them 5. Wow, we're really on the same page. This is good. I was getting ready to fight you guys more, so we'll see as this goes on though. Halsey dressed up as Poison Ivy. This is a big look for her. Also, Halsey loves Halloween, and Halsey has some pretty iconic Halloween parties. She has a Halloween party that she has every year that like a lot of stars end up going to it. Again, still waiting for my invite, Halsey. But I feel like she should get a ghost emoji alone just for being like kind of like the Heidi Klum of the music industry where she's just like known for Halloween. But yeah, she dressed up as Poison Ivy. What do you guys think of the look?
I liked it.
That's how I feel too, yeah.
I liked it, but I'm also like, what's the look? Like you just really covered your body in leaves, you know? She's done some iconic costumes, which is why this has me kind of questioning what was the look. Do you know what I mean? I feel like I'm gonna get ripped apart for this.
Yeah, I think too, it's interesting, right? Because often with Halloween, people take the concept and then break it down to the sexy version. This obviously seems like one of those cases. I do think Poison Ivy has a bit more coverage than the typical strand of leaves. But I mean, she looks amazing.
Yeah, totally. I agree with that as well. I when I first saw this outfit, I was like, oh yeah, this is good. But she kind of, there's nothing creative about it. Like a lot of these stars you see and they like do something that you wouldn't necessarily see. But I feel like every year when I go out for Halloween or go to the bars, I always see that one girl dressed as Poison Ivy, you know? So it's not anything that's like overly creative. So I feel like Doc's a ghost for lack of creativity. Gain a ghost for her Halloween parties every year. So I'd say like a solid like 2 out of 5 ghost emojis. What do you guys think? Yeah?
I was gonna say 3, but I'm down for 2. I'm down for
You're like, sure.
I was gonna meet in the middle and do like a 2.5.
Yeah, let's do a 2.5. Now that we can do halves, we'll do 2.5. Halsey, don't come for us. But okay, Lizzo did a really interesting costume when she dressed up as a DNA test. And I remember when I saw this one, I was like, a DNA test, like that's interesting. But then of course, the Lizzo iconic lyric in her song, I just took a DNA test, obviously. So that's why she went at this one. But it looked, this one, little homemade, I would say. Creativity though is definitely there. What do you guys think?
I feel like that's what Lizzo's good, like, especially with, is the creativity. Always has that 100%. But yeah, the quality is a bit, like, dollar store chic.
Dollar store chic.
You know what? I find it relatable almost.
Yeah.
I find it very like, I could do that. I can accomplish what Lizzo has, you know? I loved it, but I also am over here thinking Lizzo can do absolutely no wrong. So I don't know. I think it's a hilarious costume. I think she's so good at just like picking up on funny little things and making them a big deal. So like the costume she did last year as the fly on Mike Pence's head, like she's so good at just like a funny little like token to something. So
yeah,
I
like
was into
like
it.
a little reference to something. Yeah. Okay, for the DNA test, what do you guys think? How many ghosts?
I say 3.
3?
I think creativity-wise, super different. I could go for a 3.
Okay, we'll go for a 3. I was gonna go with a 2 just because it really does look like I could make that exact same costume in like half an hour from the dollar store. But creativity is there, so yeah, that relatability. You made a good point for sure. Okay, HarryStyles. We love HarryStyles. The bar is set high for anything to do with HarryStyles. And one of his really iconic Halloween costumes that he did was dressing up as Elton John, which is also very interesting. I always think about that too. I'm like, as a celebrity, dressing up as someone who is also a celebrity, but then you also know that celebrity. Is that weird that you're dressing up as someone that you know, right? Because him and Elton know each other. But I think he pulled off this look really well, and you could tell right away who he was, which I always think is very important when I see people's costumes. I'm like, I want to know right away, like, oh, that's who you are. So yeah, he did a good job there. What do you guys think?
Yeah. It's 10 out of 10 for me. I think he looks amazing. I think the costume is on point. It looks exactly like the original, so you can move on from me. You know what I would vote.
I love that it's out of 5 and you're giving it a 10. So yeah, I expect nothing less from you. Xandria?
Yeah, Harry could literally wear a brown paper bag and be the paper bag princess, and I'd be like, 100 stars, all of it. He can have it all. No, but I agree with you. Like, it's so nice when you go to a party or you go somewhere and you know exactly who the person is. And he did such a good job with this costume. I've seen other celebrities dress up as Elton, but I think this has to be one of the best ones for sure.
Yeah. Okay. So we
Just
got
for like accuracy alone too on that one piece. Like,
yeah. Okay. I think Xandria said something about 100 stars. Jess said 10 out of 10. Even though we're doing 5 ghost emojis, I feel like that equals to 5 ghost emojis, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or we could give him 2 ghosts.
Nice. Nice. That was good. That was the best line of the whole video, I think. ArianaGrande also was a big fan of Halloween. She likes to dress up, and she dressed up, I don't even know exactly what you would call this thing, like a pig face monster from Twilight Zone. But she killed it. She looked like she was straight out of the show, especially when you like do a side-by-side comparison of these characters and ArianaGrande. She obviously, like we were talking about, she has the means to hire a makeup artist to probably come over to her house and go all out, and you can see that she did this with this character that she dressed up as. So what do you guys think, Jess?
yeah, I think she was spot on with this. I don't think she could have done much better with it. Like, it looked so accurate. She could have easily been in it. So I think it's amazing.
Yeah, Xandria, what do you think?
Yeah, no, I completely agree. I think, yeah, solid 5 ghosts for me personally. There was effort. There was like, it was there. It was all there for me. She sold me on this costume.
Yeah,
And I feel like, too, for creativity, you don't see this done a lot. Like, I feel like I've never seen this.
Yeah, I haven't even seen the show, so I totally agree. But yeah, I get that as well. And she also, like, the photos that she posted online were very much like on the same theme as Twilight Zone as well. It was like in black and white, so I think that really added to it. So the photos alone, I would give a 5 out of 5. I'm interested to see what it would be like at a party after she's been dancing for 2 hours and been like sweating. I want to like see the condition of those prosthetics after that. But since we did just see the photos, we'll give her 5 ghosts out of 5. Okay, Lil Nas X, we have seen him dress up in a bunch of different stuff, especially this past year when it felt like he was pregnant for 9 months holding in that album before he released it. So that was very iconic of him, but he's already pretty familiar with prosthetics because he did dress up as Nicki Minaj. And when you're dressing up as Nicki Minaj, you gotta add a lot of things. So he really killed the look, and he recreated a photo of Nicki Minaj as well. So I loved this costume, and very on theme for him because he actually grew up as a very strong Nicki Minaj fan. So this is not surprising to see of him. What do you guys think?
I loved it. I think I asked Jess when we were looking at the photos of him in this costume. I was like, is this Photoshop? Because that's how good it was.
Yeah.
I was convinced that he just threw his head on to some body and he was good to go. But it was so well done. Again, I feel like you automatically get 5 ghosts when you're, adding things to yourself and doing things to your normal appearance. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like Lil Nas 2.0 there with all the prosthetics on. It was so impressive. I think Lil Nas goes 1,000% for basically everything that he's doing, and this really showed in this one. This is one of my favorite Halloween costumes. It's so great. I think totally 5 ghosts.
Yeah, I'd say 5 ghosts as well. And it also makes me very excited for what is to come for this year. I think that he's somebody that I'm really going to be keeping my eye out for just to see what he dresses up as, especially because he's so in his prime. He's one of the biggest pop stars right now. So I think he's going to really pull something out. So I'm excited for that. Justin Timberlake and JessicaBiel, they're another couple that really go all out for Halloween that people look out for because they really do go all out. And I love a good family costume. I just think it's so great. So they'll go with their son and dress up as different things. And one that they dressed up as is Trolls from the Trolls movie. And I feel like they borrowed these costumes from the movie production company or something because they were to a T so accurate when it came to the Trolls characters. So I love that. I love it's one thing to be the BillieEilish and put on a lobster onesie, but then to put on a full mascot costume to walk down the street and go trick-or-treating, that takes some hard work and dedication. So I'm gonna give them a few ghosts for that. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I think maybe that was part of his deal from the movie was I also get a real life costume.
Oh yeah, he's got the hookup. Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe that was part of it. But I totally agree. I think it's adorable for the family aspect. It's a perfect family costume. I think they did a great job.
Yeah, Xandria, what do you think?
Yeah, same. I think when you have a kid involved in a Halloween costume, it's so hard. I've seen so many weird family costumes, but this was so family friendly. I was excited about it. When I saw it, I was like, oh, look how cute they all look. So yeah, I really enjoyed this one. And you're right, it takes a lot of effort to put on a giant mascot outfit and not just some lobster ones.
Poor Billy. But I wonder too if there was strategy in that because they were going trick-or-treating. So they're we have to do something that covers our faces so that we can just go trick-or-treating like everyone else and not get recognized at everyone's house that we knock on. So maybe that went into it as well. But there's also another costume that sticks out when I think of Halloween and Justin Timberlake and JessicaBiel. Jessica actually dressed up as Justin Timberlake one year and had even the ramen noodle hair that he is so known for. And then he dressed up as a microphone, which I think is so good. So he was a giant microphone. Yeah. So that was a really good one too. I loved that from them. Okay. How many ghosts do we want to give JT and JessicaBiel?
5.
5?
4.5, 5, somewhere there.
I want to give 4 just because of Jess's point where he probably already had a contact to get the troll suit. Yeah. So it probably wasn't as much effort as we thought.
I was gonna go with a solid 4.
Okay. Yeah, dock a ghost for
dock a ghost.
Unrelatability.
For our assumptions. Yeah, totally. Yeah, there you go. Just some of the many artist Halloween costumes that we have seen over the last couple years, but we're excited. Halloween is this weekend, so there's gonna be a whole lot more that we could talk about probably next week if we even wanted to.
Yeah, I mean, have either of you ever dressed up as an artist for Halloween?
Oh, that's a good question.
I have.
You have?
I have to.
It's like so embarrassing. I don't even want to say it.
Who have you dressed up as?
In the 5th grade, I dressed up as Gabriella Montez from High School Musical.
Nice. That's such a good
Oh,
one.
And you couldn't even tell because I just wore normal clothes. So
Yeah.
it was not good.
Right.
It's not as bad, too, when you're in a younger grade. When I was in college, myself and 2 of my friends dressed up as 3 members of One Direction. We didn't have any more
Amazing.
friends.
Who got left out then? Who did you dress up as?
Well, I was obviously Niall.
Of course.
And then we had Liam and Louis covered. So we were missing Harry and Zayn at the time.
Wow, that is amazing. I love that so much. I've never dressed up as an artist, I don't think. I did dress up as Dr. Phil a couple years ago. So not an artist, but a celebrity.
My fave.
Yeah, so the bald cap was really itching by the end of the night. That one was a commitment for sure. Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. Let us know if you agree or disagree with any of these, and we'd love to hear from you in the comments down below. Also, let us know what you're dressing up for Halloween. We'd love to hear from you. And thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe and all that fun stuff.